Just when Nigerians are still reveling in the pain of not going to the World Cup, well, the interim coach has really thrown the towel by stepping down from his position. Eguavoen, the news has actually been confirmed that he has stepped down as the interim manager or coach of Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well, that's to welcome you on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, I'll be joined with two gentlemen in the studio, having Simon Badon, good to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And also Joel Ajayi, also good to have you.
A very good evening to you.
Okay, now let's start with this particular story. Well, it actually broke since morning, but we just have to look at it. Eguavoen stepping down as Eagles coach.
For me, I think it's just a good move in the right direction for Eguavoen to have actually stepped down. 5 games under Eguavoen, we won 3 of them at the Nations Cup, winning the 9 points at the group stage. The only country, or he was the only manager who won the 9 points at the group stage level. He was also named the best manager in at the group stage level. But going into the important games now, these teams you are playing already know your star players. Now, I think at some point, Eguavoen actually lacked tactics in bouncing back into the game. That was one thing that didn't work for him properly. Now, this same caliber of players you're bringing into the team, they already know their quality. These are players that play in Europe day in, day out. Every week we see them in Europe and we see their wonders. Now the Tunisian side, most of them are local-based players. Talking about the Nations Cup first, where we lost out. Now, he doesn't have good record bouncing back from games. If he's not taking the lead, then bouncing back from the game, bouncing back from defeats or from conceding is one issue Eguavoen has had with his team. And I think he has love for some players more than others. Because I would still ask, what was Moses Simon actually coming in for against Ghana? What would he have brought into the team? Which he brought nothing exclusive into the team. We saw the whole thing that went down, you know, bringing out an Atebo who has actually been doing the marking, who has actually, you know, demystified the midfield of the Ghanaians. You know how strong he is, how he has been working towards that. All of a sudden, he brought him out for one Moses Simon to come in. Moses Simon came in, holding the ball for too long, not playing with his players, trying to dribble 1 or 2, failing to dribble at the same time. So I think Eguavoen actually, for me, 3 out of 5 is good for him. And this was the same reason why Samson Siasia left the national team, because he couldn't qualify Nigeria for the World Cup, or for the Nations Cup. Yeah. Now Eguavoen can't qualify us to the World Cup. I think it's just a good direction, a good move in the right direction. You should focus on his technical director's job. In the
okay, do you agree with that? That okay, maybe now that he has stepped down as the coach of Eagles.
For me, it's long overdue. If you have an ID country, if you have an ID nation, and you show that over 200 million people, you disappointed them, that very moment, you should have thrown in the towel. Look at what happened to the Egyptian coach.
Carlos Queiroz.
Because they have an ID nation.
Instantly.
And then to me, even if I were in the shoe of Eguavoen, I will resign. It's not as if step down. I will resign as coach and as technical director.
The two.
Because what am I offering? What am I offering? When Nigeria puts everything in place for you, you are playing at home, you are not playing away. For goodness sake, we should have even get a goal that very day. And then all of a sudden, we have to wait for almost 48 to 72 hours before you think people will now be advising you, yeah, step down, okay, don't step down. It's not done. It means we have serious problem in this nation. This is a nation where people don't resign, with the exceptions of the Kemi Adeosun. To be sincere with ourselves, we will just just continue. We will just look at the way. When you are not qualified, I said something here yesterday. When you are putting, I'm not referring to Eguavoen with this, so let me just clarify my word. When you are putting a bricklayer to come and talk on this show. Yes, on this show. It's a problem, but I'm not referring to. It's a problem to us. For us, it's a very good thing for Nigeria, because that's what we are expecting. For me as a stakeholder, I was expecting it right from that very day. We just see that tweet I've resigned my job, both as a technical director and the coach.
It won't be only the coach.
It won't be only the coach.
Everything, I'm out.
Because if you are a technical director, you are still part of the coaching crew.
I think I will actually come in there. The technical director actually, does not affect the coaching job. If you're a technical director, we also have a technical advisor who is the coach of the national team. That man will do his own job. The only thing you do as a technical director is just to make sure the technical team itself is put in good shape, in the sense that the welfare and every other thing of that particular team is put in good shape. Yeah, scouting of players is another thing you do. So I think if you can actually work in that direction, don't forget, this man has done well. He took us to the Nations Cup semi-finals in the year 2006, where he won the bronze medal for Nigeria. Now, I think football has actually advanced more than the way we used to see it. Back then, we had everything, the likes of Vincent Inyama, the likes of Jeje Okocha, Kanu Nwankwo, Obafemi Martins in the national team, where we actually progressed up to that stage. But for now, the kind of players, yeah, you have the top players. I think where I'm faulting him is the fact that you have what it takes, and you're still not changing pattern. Now, you want to play a long ball in the second leg against Ghana, and you make use of one striker, and you think 4 defenders won't beat him. I don't know if you understand. That Amate, if he loses the ball, Jiku won't lose the ball. I don't know if you understand. Now, he tried his best in the first half to make sure he beats these guys, but no goal came from Victor Osimhen. Now, away from that, what happened to an Odion Igalo who would have actually been in that game? Now, the Ghanaian side, I bet wouldn't have gotten that goal earlier because the pressure would be on them. 2 attackers.
I can see Joel laughing. I think he wants to counter you.
I bet that disagree with him.
Okay.
If you are a technical director, you are part of the technical crew, and then when you resign, that I cannot be a coach. When we are talking about team, you are talking about technical crew. It's still the same work. So when you fail as a technical person, and then you want to be the technical advisor, what do you want to advise the person that is coming in? That is my own point. I did not disagree with what he said, but that is my own point. Because if you want to advise me, it means you must know more than me. It means you must have knowledge, experience more than me. That is when I will not be able to tell you that, okay, I think you can replace Adeniyi with this person. But when you fail as a coach, and then you still want to remain in that particular technical director of NFF,
let's look at
it's
it
something else to me. It's something that
I love the fact that both
it.
of you are beginning. So now look at, he was the technical director under Ganoro, right? Then after Ganoro left, he became the interim coach, and now stepping down as a coach, he goes back to the technical director, right? Now, if as his technical director, he still have the role of being in the technical crew as part of the decision makers because he's the technical director.
Yeah.
Now, the coach that is coming is still part of the people that will still be saying, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And he was there as a coach, and things didn't go well. Just like he said, why didn't he just totally back out? Okay, I'm no more the coach, and I'm no more the technical director.
That would have been a 2-0 thing for him. the major task here is to qualify Nigeria for the World Cup. Let's not forget, and not not resign. Now, if he was to resign, he resigned the way he's supposed to resign.
Why did you say 2-0 for him?
2-0 because if he resigns as a technical advisor, which ordinarily that wasn't the first appointment he was given. As I mean, technical advisor, talking about the interim coach. Now, that wasn't his major appointment. He's only coming to assist. Now, the technical director is an appointment by the NFF. Now, Eguavoen can actually be part of the team, but will not be in the stands with the coaches. I don't know if you understand. Now, talking about technical director, selection of players, definitely he should actually be aware of the selection of players. He should be aware of the scouting of players, which players should be good for us. Now, he had these 2 positions as a coach. He failed, no doubt. But I feel for me, if NFF don't want him as technical director again, it's better for him to step down on that particular note. But for them to tell him and he find his way. But as technical advisor, which he actually has the feelings that he has not done Nigeria proud, he has not done well. I think that was why he's resigning from that position. If the NFF say they don't want his services anymore, it's a different bargain. But where he has failed.
No, it's not. It wasn't sacked. He stepped down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where he knows he has failed, he stepped down. For the technical director role, he has not failed.
Are you serious right now?
Because under Coach General, nobody had anything about Eguavoen.
But it was there.
It was there.
And it was part of the errors that it was part of the errors that Ganoro made. And when he took, yes, it was part of the error that Ganoro made. Yeah. And now when he became the coach, he could not correct the error Ganoro made. After starting so well, he ended badly.
He corrected,
you understand?
he corrected the errors in the first 3 matches.
Is it not better to start badly and end well? But now he started well. You understand?
Yes.
And that was when they say, okay, let him continue, that, Pizarro, we don't want. Then he was going ascending, then later he started descending to the bad side.
Let's not forget that
now,
Nigerians...
wait, I'm not totally writing Eguavoen off.
Okay.
But I'm only saying Eguavoen was with Raw. Eguavoen became Eguavoen, right?
Yes.
He became Raw now. He became Ganoro. He took over his position, and then now that things didn't go well, he dropped the position again. Now, from what Joel was saying, that maybe he should have everything. I'm not even doing the TD or the whatever it is. I'm out totally. Stepping down from the 2, not 1, the 2.
I still have my point because I had...
Now, if you call it 2-0, if you call it 2-0, that doesn't mean he won't get a job anymore. He will still get a job.
No one is saying he won't get a job.
Something.
But
are you collecting some kickback?
No.
There is no doubt. There is no doubt about it. Eguavoen did his best. That is his best for the country. But the truth of the matter is that for my brother to say that he failed as a coach, as acting coach, and he did not fail as a TD. As far as Nigerians are concerned, both the technical crew, the technical of NFF, they have technical committee, yes. They are all failed. And then Eguavoen happened to be part of that technical crew. So for me, I don't like romancing words. I like him personally. To be sincere with ourselves, we know ourselves one-on-one. But the truth of the matter is that as far as this ticket is concerned, honestly, Eguavoen has failed the whole Nigeria. Don't forget, let me just trace a bit history. This will be the 4th time that Nigeria will expect Eguavoen to do the magic, to make sure that the team qualify. But this is the 4th time that Eguavoen will disappoint Nigeria. Okay. So for me, I'm not saying it's not, but that is his best. Okay. But that is best, honestly, is not enough for the sport sector.
If I may ask, in the year 2018 when we went to Russia, was Eguavoen part of the technical director? Was he still the technical director then? Before we went to Russia in 2018?
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Who was technical director?
He wasn't. It was this late coach Amodu that happened. Yes, that happened.
Then in the year the Nations Cup we went to for the qualification of the Nations Cup, was he actually part of the team?
He was part of the team,
and we qualified.
Yes.
Under General, we were doing. Forget about the pattern of General, but we were doing exceptionally well. Let's be sincere. We won 5 games out of 6.
From what you are saying. Yeah. From what you are saying now, it's like, okay, yes, he stepped down as a coach. You want him to be the continuous.
He can still continue as technical director.
I'm not saying Nigeria will continue to fail.
We are not saying he cannot continue. What we are saying is that, okay, but you were part of the thing when it wasn't working. Why don't you just drop the bit for the 2 and just go and rest and enjoy yourself? Then later another work will come. Siasia, since he left, Olise is leaving. Since he left as a coach of Super Eagles, has he been?
Olise was never a technical director.
No, when you say when you say it will be a 2-0 or 2.
Yes.
Olise has left Super Eagles' job for since how many years now? Siasia, are they not still living?
They are living their life.
Come on.
No, they are living their life.
The truth of the matter is that for me, and for if you have thousands of Nigeria, the reason why they encroach the pitch is because they were looking for Eguavoen that very day. It's not as if they were looking for players, although they might be fed their hunger. No,
they know Eguavoen has actually.
They were looking for the guy that very day because they know that this is the 4th time. But for me, I really appreciate what he has done as a technical director and the former Super Eagles coach, because as far as we are concerned now, he's now former Super Eagles coach.
So now, quickly, where do we go from here?
The truth of the matter is that
quickly,
you said something the other time. We have 2026 ahead of us.
Let's begin to plan.
Let's begin to plan.
Now.
Put someone that is a bit have knowledge of technical unit into the technical.
Can you pick someone?
If
you have to pick.
See, to be sincere with ourselves,
yes.
If you said write a bad story about someone or write a good story about someone, I can quickly do my investigation and do it. But when we are talking about technicality, or technical crew, I am novice. Okay. But from what we are writing, from what we are seeing with our naked eyes, honestly, we need someone that will be able. See, it's beyond what we are saying here. When you appoint me as a technical director and then you don't give me work to do, let me ask you one question. Before the Nations Cup, there was a rumors of one coach, Porero or whatever.
Pizarro, yeah.
Eguavoen was not in the picture of how the coach was picked. Until, I will still go back to NFF, until NFF do the right thing. Put a round peg in a round hole. That is when we are going to get it right.
And then allow them to work.
Allow them to work.
Because if you are appointed as technical director or you are the coach, because news came out that they forced some players on him for that match against Ghana. News came out just yesterday. Meanwhile, we need to allow our coaches to do whatever they want to do. If you remember, Olise said the same thing.
Yes,
that is why I was there when they unveiled Olise.
Don't forget, before we went for the Nations Cup, before Eguavoen was actually appointed, or when they made him interim coach, President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, you know, he came out to say the reason why they want to go for a foreign coach is because of interference. I don't know if you understand. Interference is something that goes into it every now and then. Now, you can't impose on a foreign coach. You usually have issues. At some point, let's be sincere. When General came in the year 2016, we were having a good time. The style was okay, everything was good. At some point, things changed. What happened? Definitely, there was this level of interference that came in. Now, Eguavoen, from the early beginning, from the word go, there was actually, now, saying they imposed players on him. From this particular list, just 2-3 players were the ones that didn't go to the Nations Cup with you. The likes of Ademola Lookman, the likes of Calvin Bassey. Frank Onyeka was at the Nations Cup. Okay. Was at the Nations Cup. Emmanuel Dennis, thank you. These are the players that didn't go to the Nations Cup with you. It means you have your complete squad with you. So, let's say they impose these 3 players on you. Does it change anything in 25 players that went there with you?
Good one there. We've been looking at Eguavoen Resigns dropping the baton as the interim coach or coach of Super Eagles. Well, now that you have stepped down, let's move on. According to Joel Ajayi and Simon Badon, that we just have to start planning for 2026 World Cup now. NFF, whoever they are going to be appointing as coach or technical director, whatever position, let them flow. Let them do their job. No more interference. At least you have appointed them. Give them the job. Let them do it. And let's see where Nigeria can get to. Quickly, we have to run through some of other story that we have. Talking about the athletics now. Oregon 2022 is coming up. Nigerians, Athletic Federation of Nigeria, AFN, are right now they are targeting better outing there. Recently, Ese Brume traveled to Serbia to compete for Nigeria in long jump, and she was able to win silver alongside others that actually attended, the likes of Ruth Usoro. Nigeria also competed in 4x400 meter relays for men. But from the way it is, Oregon in USA will be hosting the world at the World Championship, and we hope that Nigeria will be able to be on the medal table because we want to see a lot of them winning, competing, and also that's why they said they want to get medal hopeful athletes, and that will be very nice coming from Athletic Federation of Nigeria. Good one there. Now, quickly, let's talk about the Women Champions League. Matches were played just yesterday. Quickly, we look at some of these results where Barcelona Femenino, they made it 8-3 in aggregate against Real Madrid Femenino. It was a big one for them. In fact, they broke a record. The stadium, Nou Camp, filled to the brim, and they actually made a record there. They won their game 8-3, all in all, 5 second leg, 3 in the first leg, and they added it together to get 8. PSG Feminines, they defeated Bayern 4-3 in their own encounter. Aggregate-wise, also good one for Barcelona and for PSG. Both of them, they've scaled through to quarterfinals, semi-final, I beg your pardon. And now you move away to talk about matches that will be coming up also this evening. Matches are coming up tonight, and let's look at those games where Wolfsburg ladies against Arsenal will be coming up. Lyon versus Juventus. Juventus are leading in the first leg 2-1, and Wolfsburg and Arsenal, they actually play 1-1 draw, and that will be coming up tonight. who qualifies for semi-final between the 4 teams that will be joining PSG Feminine and also Barcelona Femenino. Well, that's the story coming from Women Champions League. And to also let you know that Carlos Queiroz, in fact, was the first coach to do this. He actually resigned immediately. Egypt lost to Senegal before the night falls. Queiroz actually dropped the baton as coach of Egypt. That's the big one there, because Egyptian, he said, well, for him not to qualify for the mandate that was given to him to get that squad to Qatar, and for him failing, that means he has to step down, and he quickly did that. Well, maybe that is from him that Eguavoen learned how to step down too, right?
It boils down to what we have been saying. If you look at what transpired in Cameroon, where they play final with Senegal, you will discover that it is all about the penalty shootout. Egypt wasn't playing bad on that particular game. And then for him not to get the trophy, particularly that very time, and then for him not to qualify, there is no need for Mr. Dennis to tell me what to do. As someone that have it upset, or someone that know what it has at hand, he will just try as much as possible to toe a part of honor and leave the
honorably resign.
Yes, when it's loud. This is an ideal nation. This is an ideal people. But like I said, you know, everybody, we have our own different mentality and the way we think. When I know that on this particular team, I fail or I mess up, I quit. That is my own opinion. But in Nigeria, like I said,
we died there.
We try as much as possible to find a way around it. But it's a very good for the guy, because the guy tried. If you look at the Nations Cup, they play 11-11.
He got to the final of Nations Cup. He lost on penalty. He got to, maybe I should say, final of qualifier.
Final, because they play extra time. And
it's just very painful that Senegal has been their nemesis right now.
So
anywhere he sees Aliou Cisse.
I think for Carlos Queiroz, to be sincere, this is the under Queiroz, this is the worst Egyptian team I've seen. Because an Egyptian team ordinarily don't defend. They don't play you and defend, no matter who you are in Africa. Worse from a West African side. I don't even understand. Yeah. Nigeria was so good with the likes of Odenwinge, the likes of Jojo Okocha. Still, they defeated us. Now, the point here is, Queiroz actually, I don't know how he does his selections. I don't know what he actually believes in. But take a look at that game against Nigeria. On a very good day, we actually went into that game with some scare. You get it? Now, until that goal came, then we believe these guys were not even playing. They were only waiting for Mohamed Salah to do the magic. Now, Mohamed Salah, once you mark him out of the game, the Egypt national team is nothing anymore. Now, you take that from that now. Take a look at their style of play. Just long balls. Everybody goes back to defend. What's the selection like? The goalkeeper department, they have El Shanawi, they have this other goalkeeper, the number 16 man with the number 16 jersey, who was at Nations Cup final, you know, saving penalties from the quarterfinals till he got to the finals. Doing great job. But the issue here is what happens to the selection process. What happened to the Egyptian national teams, the national team? They've not been doing as good as we expect. Don't forget, in 2019, they were eliminated by Cameroon in the round of 16 of the Nations Cup. So are we going to say it's a good one for the side? No. It has actually been a bad result, all through, for the Egyptian national side. No matter how well they played to the finals of the Nations Cup, they've not done up to par. They qualified with via penalties. And we know how that, we know what that means. Penalty is 50-50. All we just need to do, hold the ball until 90 minutes, go into extra time, you hold the ball, make sure they don't score you, let's go play penalties. Then we win. That's a poor mentality. That's a poor winning mentality. Don't forget that in this particular World Cup qualifiers, they didn't get an ideal goal in the first leg. It was an own goal. It was an own goal from Cisse. Right. So that one alone shows that I think Eguavoen, they're actually on the right path. In the sense that Nigeria didn't get an ideal goal. It was a penalty.
Maybe Eguavoen learned from Queiroz.
We don't know
how
to step down.
No, if you have to learn from them, you have to do it on that
very day.
But imagine if we are getting to final of AFCON.
If I've got to now, even if we don't qualify for World Cup, Nigeria will still pardon you.
Imagine if I played penalty 2 days ago. But even if I played penalty, I was scared though because of Uzoho. Uzoho will have scored all the goals against Uzoho. Let's be sincere.
I don't know the parameter my brother is using to maybe weigh the Egyptian team. If you play a final of Africa Cup of Nations, I don't think that team is doing badly. If you play a Africa champion and then you lose, I don't think that team is doing badly, because you play Senegal, who happen to be the Africa champion. You know, it's not like tea and bread to play AFCON final. The truth of the matter is that, like I did said, Egyptian might not be getting it right. Maybe luck is not signing on them right now. But when we are talking about the team to reckon with, when we look at it 50 by 50, side by side, put it side by side, you can't compare Egyptian team with
I think
that of Nigeria.
I think under Queiroz, the Egyptian national team has this problem. Once you score them first, they hardly bounce back to the game. It happened against Nigeria. It's happened in other games. Now this is another one. The Senegal team. Senegal scored in the 4th minute in their home, and what happened? They could not bounce back into the game. That's what same thing that happens to the same thing happening to Eguavoen, or that happened to Eguavoen. Once you score Eguavoen first, bouncing back into the game will be, even if he bounces back, he won't be able to take back the lead. That's one problem Queiroz actually had. Now the finals, we know how many chances Senegal lost compared to how many the Egyptian team lost.
Well, we've been talking concerning coaches stepping down. We've been seeing a lot of coaches that will be stepping down now because of not going to the World Cup. Well, Nigeria, we just hope that everything goes well with us. Let's start building now against 2026. Early preparation is the key, and let's put the right people there. Round peg, round hole, square peg in square hole, and do not interfere for the work you are giving them. Let's see what we can do, and then the Eagles themselves needs to change their mentality. They need to be more firm that we want this and let them go for it, not to be playing so slow whenever they are given the opportunity. So many Nigerians are more talented and not having that opportunity you are giving to do. They just have to be more serious. Well, that's it on 360 Sports. I've been with Simon Badon. Good to have you in the studio.
Same here.
And also Joel Ajayi. It's been a wonderful job.
My pleasure.
Now, well, as we always say, that sport is business and fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Thanks for watching.